your hand of mercy to heal me. I am weak. I need your love to free me. Oh Lord, my rock, my strength, weakness, come rescue me. Oh Lord, you are my hope. Your promise never fails me, and my desire is to follow you forever. For you are good, for you are good, for you are good to me. For you are good, for you are good, for you are good to me. For your hand of mercy to heal me. I need your love to free me. Oh Lord, my rock, my strength, weakness, come rescue me. Oh Lord, you are my hope. Your promise never fails me, and my desire is to follow you forever. For you are good, for you are good, for you are good to me. For you are good, for you are good. For you are good to me. Oh, what joy, oh, what fun given me. Oh, what hope He set in my life. Oh, what a great salvation. Oh, what joy, mercy so sweet. Oh, what fun given me. Oh, what hope He set in my life. Oh, what a great salvation. Free me from sin, captured my soul, held me with love I never know. Rest in the arms that will never let go. You are my life, heaven my home. My home. Oh, what a great salvation. Oh, what a joy, mercy so sweet. Oh, what a promise given to me. Oh, what a hope He set in my soul. Oh, what a great salvation. Free me from sin, captured my soul, held me with love like I never known. Rest in the arms that will never let go. You are my life, heaven my home. And morning dawns and evening fades, you inspire songs of praise. And rise from earth to touch your heart and glorify your name. Your name is a strong mighty tower. Your name is a shelter like a mother. Your name, let the nations sing it louder. Nothing has the power to save with your name. Jesus, in your name we pray. Come and fill our hearts today. Forgive us to live for you and glorify your name. Your name is a strong and mighty tower. Your name is a shelter like a mother. Your name, let the nations sing it louder. Nothing has the power to save, but your name is a strong and mighty tower. Your name is a shelter like a mother. Your name, let the nations sing it louder. Nothing has the power to save, but your name. Lord, thank you for strength and being gathered together in your name, Lord. Yeah. We pray that you would just speak to each and every one of us, and Lord, that you would just send your word around out from Merrily. And Lord, I just thank you so much for a blessing that it is to be here and just to praise you and to stand for you, Lord. And I just thank you for all the wonderful things that you've done in our lives, for being here today, and just praise you. Thank you, girls. You did a great job. One more time for them. I just have a few announcements to go over with you, and then we'll go ahead and get into the word. We have a lot to cover tonight in order for us to kind of be keeping on schedule here. So if you would be so kind with me tonight, we're going to try to get 2 chapters done, and so we're going to be moving quickly. And so there's a lot to cover in a short amount of time, but I think we can do it if we just stay right on track. But before we get into the word, I do have just a few announcements. You have all seen the beautiful quilt that Judy Price made for us. That all the money that we're raising for this raffle goes to help someone, a few people, whatever's going on with those that can't afford to go to the women's retreat. There'll be available partner or sponsorship for partial payment. Also, in the back there, Lydia brought these over to us. This is for the women's retreat that's going to be coming. You can invite your friends. So they'll go, what's the date? What's that again? You can just have them in this card. And they're in the back of the church, or right back there with the quilt is. Make sure you take a handful of them to hand out to your friends. Like I told you before, Dr. Lori Clario is one of the best speakers I have ever heard. And it's amazing that we got her to come to us. So if this is one retreat, ladies, seriously, you do not want to miss this. So mark your calendar again. It's October 15th through the 17th. It's the weekend up at Twin Peaks at the Great Retreat Center. And without much further ado, let's go ahead and turn to Esther. Thank you all of those that helped with the day food sale. That was at the thrift store. It was an amazing weekend. If you got to go over there and help out, we had so much fun. I was over there too, and it's just I just had fun. I if you haven't been there, you're going to want to, go ahead. They're going to be getting all this stuff in, and they're having a great time over there, so go over there and see what you can find. Turn with me to Esther chapter 3, and before we get into the word, I'm just going to go ahead and say a prayer. Lord Jesus, I thank you for each heart that's represented here tonight, God. They have come wanting to hear from you, God, not wanting to hear from me. They have come wanting to hear your words, Lord, not my words. And we ask you, God, that you would come into our midst right now, Father, and that you would teach us with your word. And that, Lord Jesus, we would be open and we would be receptive to the things that you're speaking to our heart tonight. In Jesus' precious name, amen. And we know that God has each one of you here for a reason tonight. And so what we're going to do is go to Esther chapter 3. And we have been studying Esther and selection, and last week we talked about the concubines and the different things that King Ahasuerus was putting together, and that Esther got into this beauty contest and how God is going to go ahead and he chose Esther, and then Mordecai is coming more and more on the scene, and he heard gossip going on, he overheard a conversation that empowered him to be able to save the king. And that is an amazing thing when God empowers you with information that you can go ahead and do good to somebody. And that's what he chose to do. He chose not to bury this information, but he chose to go ahead and use this information to save the king. And so that's going to go ahead and get us into chapter 3 with introduction. So here we go. Please have your notes ready, because like I said, I'm going to go a little fast. So if you want to jot down some reference scriptures, but let's see what we can get done tonight. After these things, King Esther promoted Haman, the son of Hammedatha of the Agag, and advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were there with him. And we want to remember that this man is a vengeful, prideful, passionate man for the wrong. And there are people passionate for wrong. And we never want to fall into the influences of those kind of people on our personalities. And we want to guard our family of the people that are passionate to do wrong. They enjoy everything about it. And you find yourself being kind of brought along to their side of lifestyle instead of you bringing them over to your lifestyle. And we see compromise. And that's what's happening here in chapter 3. There's going to be compromise happening. And we're going to be reading about that tonight. But before we get into that, I want you to turn with me to Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8. And it says, if you just want to write this down, that's fine, because I will go ahead and read it to you. The end of a thing is better than the beginning. The patient spirit is better than a proud spirit. Do not hasten your spirit to be angry, for anger rests in the bosom of fools. Do not say, why were the days former better than these days? For you do not inquire wisely concerning this. There is a lot there, isn't there? And one of the most important things that you can know is never to run with an angry man or woman. Do not make them your best friends. Do not copy their lifestyle, because it leads to nothing but foolishness and broken spirits of people around them. And here we are going to see Haman, who is hastily going about trying to hurt and break the spirit of everybody that comes near him that won't bow to him. And then I want some of you that are hanging on to yesterday to underline verse 10 when it says, do not say, why were the former days better than these? For you do not inquire wisely concerning this. Ladies, we are to be going forward and to stop looking back. You are here for a reason. Okay, Merrily? Okay. We are here for a reason. God has us in Yucca Valley for a reason. There is no mistake that you're sitting